Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jiggy Online Mathematics. Today we are handling fraction. We have two questions to solve, and after which I will give you the other question. We have three questions to solve today. But I think the one I have here is just two questions. I will solve these two questions. We have a break. We now solve the last one. Now, solving the two questions, you can see the heading on the board, word problem. Let us see how we can solve questions on word problem. Now, the first question says, what fraction must be subtracted from the sum of this one? You can see 2 over 1 over 6 and 2 over 7 over 12 to give 3 over 1 over 4. And at the end, we'll pick our option. You can also see the second question. But let us go to the first one. Let us go to the first one. Say, what fraction? We don't know the fraction that will be subtracted. You can now say, let the fraction subtracted be s. We don't know it, let it be s. Now, since we don't know it's s, meaning we need to subtract it from this sum of these two numbers. Become 2 over 1 over 6 plus, I think we are having plus there, plus 2 over 7 over 12. 7 over 12. Let us see. 7 over 12 minus, because we are subtracting s from it. We want to subtract s from it, x. And it will give us the result will be 3 over 1 over 4. Now what can we do here? We need to now move this one to this side. If I move it to this side, become what? 2 over 1 over 6. 1 over 6 plus 2 over 7 over 12. 7 over 12. This one comes to this side, become minus 3 over 1 over 3 over 1 over 4 equal, this s will move over, become positive, become s. Now we can now resolve this one, and let us resolve this one. This one is a mixed number. You can see it's a mixed number. Now therefore, what can we do now? We have to resolve it to improper fraction. 6 times 2 plus 1 is 13 over 6. 12 times 2 plus 7 will be 31 over 12. And we still have another one there. We have 4 times 3 is 12 plus that one, 13 over 4 equal s. Now, what can we do here? Meaning we need to now clear the bracket using board mass. Clear the bracket using board mass. Now, to solve that, we collect the LCM of 12 and 6. The LCM is 12. 12 into, that is 6 into 12 is 2 times that become what? 26. Now 12 into 12 is 1 times that become what? 31. Now we still have bracket. We have not finalized the bracket. This one is 4. We are not touching the minus. We are according to board mass. The bracket is first. Now solving this one become what? 57 over 12. 57 over 12 minus 13 over 4. Remember, we are having s. Please don't forget, we are having x this side. Now taking the LCM is 12. If I take the LCM, it will be 12. 12 into 12 is 1. Times this become 57. We are having 57 here. I think let me position it where? Then we are having 12 as our LCM. 12 into 12 is 1 times that become 57. 4 into 12 is 3 times that. I think we are going to be having 39 equal s. Now minusing this one now, I think we are going to have if I minus, I think I will be having borrow 1 here, put it here, because 7 cannot minus 9. Borrow 1, put it here, because 17. 17 minus this 9 become what? I think it's going to be, okay, let us work it here. 7, that's 57, 39. We minus, okay, borrow 1, I said borrow 1, put it here, 17. By the time you minus that, 17 minus 9, I think we are going to be having 8. Yes, we are going to be having 8. Here is left with 4. 4 minus this become, I think we are going to be having 1. Therefore, here is 18. 18 over 12 equal s. Now, I think we can now solve now. we can now solve. This one is the same thing as what? S equal 18/12. Now, doing this, I think we are going to be having, reducing this one now. What can divide at the same time? I think 6 can go. 6 here is 3, 6 here is 2. Therefore, we are going to be having, we cannot leave our answer like this. This one is an improper fraction. We need to now solve it, resolve it, and at the end, we have one whole number, 1/2. Now, looking at the option now, I believe we have solved this. Looking at the option, we have solved for S. It means that we should now pick the right option. Let us pick the right option. The right option will be D. Option D is the right option. I think we are okay with it. I want to go through the solving again. Because I'm going to use the other hand of the board. I will not clean this side. I think I will clean part of it. I will leave the question 2 while we clean this side to work the other question. The other question is question 2. You can see there, question 2. Go through again. I hope you are okay. Now, can I clean? Just go through. Now, okay, let me now work the other part. Okay, let me clean this part first. Let me clean this part first while I work the other part. Let me clean this side while I work the other part. Now, let's look at the second question. They say a student spent 1/5 of his allowance on books and 1/2 of remainder on food and kept the rest for contingencies. What fraction was kept? We don't know the allowance. Meaning, we can say, let's, we are solving question 2 now. Question 2. Let the allowance be whole, because we don't know the allowance. Means the allowance that was spent by the student. Let the allowance be whole. When we say whole, meaning 1, let it be 1. Meaning we don't know the allowance. Let the allowance be whole. Now from there we cannot say, now what did he say there? He said 1/5 of his allowance on books. It means that for this one we need to get the one on books. Is that clear? We need to get one on books. Now getting it now because of books. He says spend 1/5 of the allowance. It means that 1/5 of the allowance. Remember that I said the allowance should be whole, which is 1. Therefore, of 1, I think we are going to be having, when we times, we are going to be having 1/5. I mean 1/5. Now the other one there say 1/2 of the remainder. We need to determine the remainder after he spent 1/5 of the allowance. We need to determine the remainder. To determine the remainder, I think we are going to be having, to determine the remainder, we need to take this one from the whole. That is, become 1 minus 1/5. Now solving this one, taking the LCM, we have a 5. 5 into 5, 5 into 5 into 5. 5 into 5 is, that is say 1 into 5, 1 into 5 is 5 times this become 5. 5 into 5 is 1 times this become what? 1 there. Now when you minus, you'll be having, I think we are going to be having 4/5. 4/5 for the remainder. Now if you have gotten the remainder now, let me now clean the question 2. Let me clean from question 2. Okay, let me not click question 2. Let me just go here and continue from the other hand. Let me continue from this hand. Let me continue from this hand to complete question 2. Let me continue from this hand to complete question 2. I don't need to clean the question because we still make use of the question. Now, from what we have here, we say the remainder is 4/5. Now, let us now go again through the question. It says spend 1/2 of the remainder. Now, since we have got the remainder, we cannot go back to the question and say, okay, 1/2 of the remainder on food. Meaning, we cannot get the one of the food. The one of the food, it means that 1/2 of the remainder. The remainder was what? What was the remainder? 5/4 was the remainder. Sorry, 4/5 was the remainder. 4/5. Remember I told you in board mass of mid times. I will need to times this to become 4/5. No? That 4/10. That is what we have there. 4/10. Now I can reduce this one. This one can be reduced. 2 years, I think we are going to be having 2 years 2. 2 years is 5. Therefore, we are going to be having 2/5. There, that is the fraction that was spent on food. Now we now go back again. It said the rest was kept for contingencies. We don't know the fraction that was kept for contingencies. Now to get contingencies, to get the contingency, meaning I need to add the fraction I got on food and also the fraction I got on books. I will add it and remove it from the whole. Therefore, become what? Removing it become what? Okay, let us add now become 1 over 5. 1 over 5 plus 2 over 5. 2 over 5. You can see what I have here. Now, what can we do? We now have two things in the bracket. I need to resolve the bracket by using Bodman. Now, solving the bracket, I will take the LCM. 5. The LCM of 5 and 5 is 5. Now, 5 into 5 is 1 times that is 1. 5 into 5, it will be 1 times 2 because of 2. Therefore, we are having now 1 minus, I think we'll be having 1 minus this now. Resolving the bracket, I think we have 3 over 5 and also we have 1. Now, what can we do here? We still have fraction now. This one is standing in low. I need to make it over 1. And at the end, I will collect my LCM. The LCM of 5 and 1 is 5. 1 into 5 is 1 times 1 is, okay, LCM here. 5 into 1, that is a 5 cherry 1 is 5 times this become 5. Okay, now 5 cherry 5 is 1 times 3, we have 3. Now at the end, we are going to be having 2 over 5. That will be the fraction that will be kept for contingency. Let us now see. From the option, let us see the answer for this. The answer will be C. I believe the answer will be C for this. Now I think we can now have a break, and after which we conclude the last part on word problem. That one will be question 3. Okay, I think we can conclude the other question. I think the question 3. I told you before, we said we have a break. I said we'll have a break, and after which we come back again and resolve the last part on word problem. Now, see another question, question 3. It said three teachers share a packet of chalk. 3 teachers share a packet of chalk. You can read on your own, just read through while we solve. Just read through while we solve. Shared 3 teachers, please share here to add it to that place. He said 3 teachers share a packet of chalk. The first teacher got 2 over 5 of the chalk, and the second teacher received 2 over 15 of the remainder. He said, what fraction of the third? He said, what fraction the third teacher received? What fraction the third teacher received? Meaning at the end we are going to solve. After solving, we'll pick the right option. Let us not solve it now. Let us solve. We are going to solve it. We don't know from the board. We don't know. He said the 3 teachers share a packet of chalk. We don't know. Meaning the chalk is 1. The packet of chalk is 1. You can say, let the packet of the chalk be 1, or let the chair be 1. So let the packet of the chalk. Let us put it that way. Let the packet of the chalk be 1, which is of the chalk be 1. Remember I told you it should be whole, which is 1. 1 should be 1. Should be 1. Now from what we have here, let the packet of the chalk be whole, which is 1. Now from what we have here, here is 1. Here is 1. Now for what we have here, I think we can now go through now. It said the first teacher got 2 over 5. 2 over 5 of the chalk. It means that if the first teacher, let's look at it, first teacher. They say the first teacher, let us see, he said he got what? What did he get? They say he got 2 over 5 of the chalk. Meaning therefore it's going to be what? 2 over 5. 2 over 5 of the chalk. The chalk is 1. Remember I told you the packet of the chalk is 1. Therefore if it is 1, 2 over 5 of this one, it will be what? 2 over 5. Okay, now they say again, they are saying again that and the second teacher received 2 over 15 of the remainder. I mean I need to determine the remainder here. Meaning I need to get my remainder in this place after the first teacher share it. Like after the first share of the teacher. Now therefore I will now say, to get the remainder I will now say 1 minus 2 over 1 minus 2 over 5. 2 over 5. Now make here over 1 because it's counting alone. Now to do that, I think we need to take our LCM. The LCM is 5. 5 into 1 into 5 is 1 times this become what? 5. 5 into 5 is 1 times this become 2. Therefore, what we now have there now, what we have there is now 3 over 5. That is the remainder. We have gotten the remainder. Now the next one there, I think we are not done. He said the second teacher received 2 over 15 of the remainder. Therefore, second teacher. Let us determine the second teacher. Second teacher, he said receive what? 2 over 15 of the remainder. 2 over what? 15 of the remainder. The remainder is 3 over 5. Therefore, now what can we do? We multiply. I think we can do multiply here. 3 here is 1. 3 here will be what? 5. Therefore, we can multiply it. We now have 2 over 25. 2 over 25 will be the set share of the second teacher. Now, let us now look at the other one again. It said, they are saying again, what fraction of the third teacher we see? It said, what fraction of the third teacher? What fraction of the third teacher we see? What fraction of the third teacher we see? I think we can solve that one. What fraction the third teacher receive? Please correct here. What fraction the third teacher? We remove that off. What fraction the third teacher receive? Now to get the fraction the third teacher receive, I think we are going to add the fraction of the second teacher, add it to the one of the first teacher, and at the end we remove it from the whole. Remember I told that the whole, which is the packet, is 1. Therefore I will have the third teacher. Third teacher is going to be, let us see. Remember I told you we simply we take the whole, and at the end, after taking the whole, we have to add the what? The two, that is the first teacher and the second teacher. What is the first teacher? The first teacher is 2 over 5 plus 2 over 25. Now when we do that, using both maths, we need to clear here. If I clear it, 25 will be the LCM. 5 into 25. 5 into 25 is 5 times this becomes 10. Now we also do this. 25 into 25 is 1 time. That is times this become what? 2. Therefore, we still have 1 there. Adding it becomes 12. 12 over 25. Remember here is 1. Now we still have 1 standing alone. I need to make it over 1. And at the end, 25 will be the LCM. 25 into 1 into 25 is 25 times that will become 25. 25. Here is 25. Now 25 into 25 is 1 times this become what? 12. Now we need to now subtract. That is to say now we subtract, here will be 3. Because 5 minus this 3. This one minus this become 13 over 25. Let us see from the option if we have 13 over 25. Yes, we have it. The option is D. This is how we solve what problem? Please, there's still another one we will solve, but today we will not solve it. I will solve that one tomorrow. Well, I think we can have a break here. We have solved enough. We can have a break here. While the other one that will make it question 4. But I'm supposed to end it here. I told you before that we have 3 questions. But time will not permit me now. I will have a break now. I will have to go now. Now, while the last one I will solve will be on still on what problem for question 4. I will give you that one tomorrow. Thank you for staying with us on this concluding part of fraction. Now, our next topic will be algebraic fraction. That one will be our next topic. Please join us tomorrow for the class. Thank you. God bless you.